My name is Camille Diaz, and this is my persuasive speech for Communications Class 101. Imagine yourself after high school graduation. You pick your major, then you pick your college school. You thought everything is set and you had everything figured out. Or so you thought you did. 6 figures in total student loan debt after you graduate and become a doctor are not exactly the plans that you had in mind. You're already struggling with your finances even before your career started. Now, imagine having to put a hold off on that career because you cannot pay the full college tuition fee. And your only other way is to get a job and go to school at the same time. Doesn't sound like a walk in the park to me, if you ask. Working or student loan applications are exactly how students in the United States manage to go to college in order to get a good education background and earn their college degree. As a working college student myself, I know exactly how it feels like to balance school and work at the same time. Tough would be an understatement because it would require for you to focus on how to manage your time wisely and budget your finances in order to stay on top of your tuition fee payments and keep track of your school activities. I've experienced what life is like to be on a student tuition payment plan, where you get email notifications from the registrar's office letting you know that your payment is due. Otherwise, they drop you out of the class. I've also known people who took out student loans in the past and are still paying for it, even if they graduated college a very long time ago. It's because of these student rates that have accrued during their loan application process. So as you can see, college tuition is not cheap, but reality of it is having this college education is very important, since these big corporations of America tend to look at this information when they look at an applicant's resume in order for them to determine if this applicant does qualify for the job position. Since education is such an important factor to get a good paying job in this country, then the federal government should grant free college tuition to students in order to achieve a more educated workforce and increase the benefit of economic growth. Today, I would like to encourage my audience into believing that having a free college tuition in the United States would not only benefit the students, but our country's future as well. But first, let me tell you about the problems that college students have to deal with without the benefit of having a free college tuition in this country. According to a 2018 report from the CNBC News report in February, most college graduates have one major thing in common. Today, 70% of college students does have accrue very large amount of student loan. Over 44 million Americans hold nearly $1.5 trillion in student loan debt. So that means 1 in 4 Americans are paying their student loans. Student loan borrowers now graduate with an average of $37,172 in debt. So if you think about it, that's exactly the same as buying a brand new car when you're at the dealership. According to Georgetown's Center of Education and Workforce, by the year 2020, 65% of all jobs in American economy would require an education beyond high school. However, U.S. Census estimates that only 33% of American adults possess bachelor's degree or more. If college tuition fees keep increasing, then college students would not have a choice but to get a job in order to pay for their tuition fees. The negative impact of balancing work and school at the same time would increase the risk of college dropouts because they would experience sleep deprivations, lack of time to study, and high levels of anxiety because of stress. This financial burden alone is enough to impact a person's life. So, what can we do as a nation in order to stop the student debt problem and prevent college students from balancing work and school at the same time? The solution to that? The federal government needs to take action and grant free college tuition fees to students in order to achieve a better future, in order to be successful and pursue their dream without having to live in fear of being in debt. This way, more college students would have that educational background that these companies are looking for. And it will also give lower and middle class families the chance at a better future and increase the benefit of our economic growth. Free college education will eliminate factors such as distractions, sleep deprivations, and the delaying process of earning a college degree so that students like me would not have to pick a job in order to pay for my college tuition. If college tuitions are free in the US, think about all the good possibilities that can happen to this country. So, picture a country full of brilliant people and educated people. A country full of doctors, nurses, lawyers, professors, and future leaders that can make a big difference in the world. People with good talents that are earned through good education. We no longer have to worry about having shortage of these important professions that we need in this country. Wouldn't that be nice? So today, I hope I had enlightened you on how the federal government should free college, because it only not gives people a good future, and it can also achieve a well-educated workforce and increase the benefit of economic growth. Free college tuition also gives the opportunity to earn a degree that enables people to a better future and a good paying job. We should think of free education as an investment. The sooner a college student finishes and earns their degree, the sooner they can help and contribute into the society. And besides, what is wrong with living in a country full of good, successful, and educated people? Absolutely nothing. Thank you.